Hi everyone, hope you all are good. So we're going to start with grade 7 maths. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 7 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter 2 variable equations. And the lessons we're going to cover today are graph a two variable equation, interpret a graph word problems, write an equation from a graph using a table, and then we'll do the final test of the chapter. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is graph a two variable equation. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Here I am on grade 7 maths. The chapter name is two variable equations. And here is the lesson I'm going to start with, graph a two variable equation. So let's start with the first example, y equals, graph the function y equals 4x. So you can graph function by plotting ordered pairs. So basically you have to plot the points on the graph, got it? So x is independent variable and y is the dependent variable. You have to put the points, you have to put different values of x in the equation. You'll get the values of y. They are the ordered pairs, got it? Like for example, the first one is y equals 4x. So for this one, first you have to plug in x equals 0, got it? So when you put x equals 0 in the equation, y equals 0. That would be an ordered pair. Pair mean for each value of x you have a value of y, got it? Okay, and then we have substituted x equals 1, so it is 4 times 1, it is 4. So another point is 1, 4. Got it? Now we have 2.00 and 1, 4. You have to put these points on the, you have to plot these points on the graph. Okay, here you have graph. Just see, you have plotted 2 points. The first one is 0, 0. Here is the point 0, 0. And the other one is 1, 4. X is 1 and y is 4. Here you have x is 1 and here you have y is 4. Got it? You can match them to the x's. Here you have 4 and here you have a 1. So just connect these points and draw a line. Got it? So that would be the graph of y equals 4x. Got it? You have to connect these points to draw a line. Okay, the next example, let's just start with the test questions. They're already solved. You can have a look on them later today. Let's just start with the test questions so that we can do them practically. Okay, let's start with the first one. Y equals 3x minus 5. Got it? So I'm going to substitute points, different values of x in the equation and find the values of y. Then we'll see which is the graph of the equation. Got it? Let's start with x equals 0. Got it? When x equals 0, the equation is y equals 3 times 0 minus 5. 3 times 0 is 0 and 0 minus 5 is minus 5. That means when x equals 0, y equals negative 5. Got it? Now I'm going to substitute x equals 2. So it is y equals 3 times 2 minus 5. 3 times 2 is 6 and 6 minus 5 equals 1. Got it? Okay, the next one is x equals 3. That would be y equals 3 times 3 minus 5. 3 times 3 is 9 and 9 minus 5 equals 4. So we have 3 of the ordered pairs. 2, you can say 2 and 1. I'm not going to plot the negative one. Got it? Because the graph is starting on the just positive values. Okay, the next one is when x is 3, y is 4. Okay, just look at the graphs. Just look at the first one. The points we have is 2, 1 and 3, 4. Okay, let's see. X is 2, y is 1. This is the point 2, 1. Got it? Okay, 3, 4. When x is 3, here you have x is 3. Just match it to the y axis. Here you have 3, 4. That means option number 1 is the correct option. That is the correct option. That is the graph for y equals 3x minus 5. Got it? So the correct option is y equals 3x minus 5, and the first option is the correct one because these 2 points are on the graph 2, 1 and 3, 4, they are on the graph, so that the solution is the first one. Got it? Okay, just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is y equals 4x minus 28. Okay, let's just start with the different points plot. eh, I'm going to put x equals 7. Got it? Because I just want all the points positive. I know that 4 times 7 is 28 and 28 minus 28 is 0. That's why I'm putting the points that is starting from 7. So it will be y equals 4 times 7 minus 28. 4 times 7 is 28. So 28 minus 28 equals 0. That means when x is 7, y is 0. Got it? Now I'm going to put x equals 8. 8 times 4 is 32. And 32 minus 28 equals 4. That means when x is 8, x is 4, y is. That means when x is 8, y is 4. So we have these 2 points. Just look at this is not the solution because the graph is starting from 0, 0. But here when x is 0, y is 7. Got it? When x is 7, y is 0. That means this is 0 and 7. When x is 0, y has the value 7. This is not the solution of the equation. Let's just look at the other one. So the points we have is 0, 7. X is 0. Here we have x is 0. X is 8 and y is 4. Got it? Here we have 7, 0. X is 7 and y is 0 because I substituted x equals 7. So here is the point x is 7 and y is 0. And here is the other point that is x equal 4, x equal 8 and y equals 4. Here you can see x is 8. You can just connect these lines to see the point. X equals 8 and y equals 4. Got it? So the correct option is the second one. Got it? The second one is the solution of the equation. So just select the correct option and then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is y equals 4x. Okay, let's just put the points. I'm going to start with x equals 0. Y equals 4 times 0. That means 0. When x is 0, y is 0. When x equals 1, y equals 4 times 1. So it would be 4. So you have 2 points over 0, 0. This is 0, 0. But when x is 4, when x is 1, y is not 4. Got it? This isn't the solution of the graph. Let's just move on to the next one. Okay, it is starting from okay, just see when x is 0. Here you have the graph is starting from 0, 0. Just look at when x equals 1. Here you have x equals 1. Just match it. It would be x equals 1 and y equals 4. Got it? That means that is the solution of the equation. Got it? So the second one is the solution of the equation. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. So if you need more help with the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Got it? Okay, the next one is interpret a graph word problems. Let's just start with the word problems. Let's start with the first example. This graph shows how the total distance remaining to walk depend on the number of miles Avery has already walked. After walking 3 miles, how many miles does Avery have left to walk? Okay, so this graph shows the total distance remaining to walk depends on the number of miles Avery has already walked. After walking 3 miles, how many miles does Avery have to left? So you can just match the values to the here you have on the x-axis you have the miles walked, and on the y-axis you have miles remaining. So the question is after walking 3 miles, that means three she mile 3 walks. So here 3 miles, so match the 3 to y-axis. How many miles does every left walk? That means when you match it to the y-axis, that means 7 miles left to walk. Got it? I know, I think 3 miles left to walk. Wait, let me see. No, that's 7 because it is connecting the graph on this 7. When you match the point, this point on the y-axis, it would be on the 7. That means you intersect the y-axis at 7. After walking 3 miles, Avery has left 3 miles to walk. Got it? We just look at the other example. Okay, this graph shows how Lucy's bank account balance is related to the number of admission tickets she purchases. How many admission tickets does Lucy need to buy to get account balance down to $3? Okay, here is the account balance and number of admissions. So here is the $3. Just match the $3 to the graph. So you match it to the y x-axis. So when you match it to x-axis, it would be 20. That means when to get down the balance to $3, she will have to buy 20 tickets. Got it? She need to purchase 20 tickets to get the balance to $3. Got it? Here it is. You intersect the x-axis at 20 admission tickets. So to get the account balance down to $3, Lucy needs to buy 20 admission tickets. Got it? You just have to match the values to x-axis and to y-axis. Got it? Let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, shows how the distance Sydney has cycled depend on the number of trips she has taken to work. How many trips will Sydney have to make to cycle a total of 70 kilometers? So 70 kilometers. Here is the distance on the y-axis. Got it? So just match the 70 to the graph and then match it to the x-axis and you will get your answer. That means Sydney have to take 20 trips to work to get 70 kilometers. Got it? So the correct option is 20 kilometers. You just have to match the points on the graph. So that means Sydney have to make 20 trips to get a total of 70 kilometers. Got it? So the correct option is 20 trips. Got it? So just select the correct option and then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is this graph shows how the amount of vegetable oil that Sadie has left is related to the number of cakes she bakes. So if Sadie bakes 5 cakes, how many vegetable will have left? Vegetable oil will left. Okay, 5 cakes. The number of cakes. Here is the number of cakes. So she baked 5 number of cakes. Just match it to the. Here you have 5. Match it to the y-axis. That means if Sadie baked 5 cakes, the vegetable oil she used is she has left 60 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Got it? That means vegetable oil she left is 60 tablespoons. Got it? So the correct option is 60 tablespoons. Select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is this graph shows how the time required to ring up a customer is related to the number of items being purchased. If it takes 50 seconds to ring up a customer, how many items are being purchased? 50 seconds. Here you have the time on the y-axis. Got it? So just match the 50 to the graph and then match it to the x-axis. That means if it takes 50 seconds to ring up a customer, how many items are purchased? Total 20 items are purchased. Got it? So the correct option is 20. Got it? So the correct option is 20. Okay, the next one is this graph shows how the number of yards of fabric that Erin has left is related to the number of shirts that she sews. How many shirts can Erin sew at most and still have 10 yards of fabric left? Okay, here is the yard of fabric remaining. So 10 yards of fabric. Here is 10. Just match it to the, okay, that means Erin can sew 30 shirts and still have 10 yards of fabric left. Got it? So the correct option is 30. Got it? Okay, the next one is this graph shows how the amount of money left to raise is related to the number of cakes that Monica has solved. After Monica sells 40 cakes, how many money will she still have to raise? Okay, so 40 cakes. Here you have cakes sold. So just match it to the, okay, here 40 cakes, just match it to the y-axis. So that means if she sell 40 cakes, she have to raise $400. Got it? So the correct option is 400. Select the correct option, then click on the OK button. This graph shows how the cost of Dayan's graduation picnic depends on the number of attendees. At most, how many attendees can there be in Dayan budgets a total of $50 for her graduation picnic? Okay, so she has $50. Just match the $50. Okay, that means if he had $50, the total attendees he can afford is 5. Got it? So the correct option is 5. Just select the correct option then click on the OK button. This graph shows how the total number of appetizer recipes Rona knows depends on the number of weeks she attends culinary school and after how many weeks of culinary school will Rona know a total of 70 appetizer recipes. So just match the values on the graph. Got it? So 70, here is the number of appetizers, 70 appetizers, and just match it to the x-axis. It would be 30. That means after 30 weeks she will know 70 appetizers recipes. Got it? So the correct option is 30 weeks. Okay, just select the correct option then click on the OK button. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. And the next lesson is write an equation from a graph using a table. Okay, complete the table and write the equation for the relationship shown in the graph. So you have to complete the table, got it? Just match the value. When x is 1, you have to look for the x is 1. Here you have x is 1. Just match it to y-axis. That means when x is 1, y equals 3. Got it? Now we have to write down the equation. Let's see how can we write down the equation. Okay, here you have when x is 1, y equals 3. Now we have to write down the equation. Got it? Let's just look how can you write down the equation. Just look at the x relationship between the x values and the y values. Got it? The x values are 1, 2, 4, and 11. That when x equals 1, that means 1 plus 2 makes 3 because the y value is 3. Got it? When x equals 2, 2 plus 2 equals 4. When x equals 4, 4 plus 2 equals 6. That means for each value of x, the equation is y equals x, the same 1, 2, 4, and 11. For each value you added 2. 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 2 is 6, and 11 plus 2 is 13. Got it? So it would be y equals x plus 2. The equation is y equals x plus 2. Basically, you have to look at the relationship between the x and y values. Got it? So it is y equals x plus 2. Let's just start with the test questions. You can have a look on the tutorial questions by yourself later today. They are already solved. Okay, complete the table and write the equation for the relationship shown in the graph. Okay, first we have to complete the table. Okay, just match the x value. Here you have x is 2. So just match the x value to the y. That means when x is 2, y equals 6. Got it? Now let's just look at the relationship between x and y value. X is 2, 7, 8, and 10. Just look at the y values. When x is 2, y is 2 plus 4 equals 6. Got it? When x is 7, the y is 7 plus 4 equals 11. When x is 8, it would be 8 plus 4 equals 12. When x is 10, 10 plus 4 equals. That means for each value of x, you have to add 4 to x and you will get the value of y. So it would be y equals x. This is the x value. You add 4. So it would be y equals x plus 4. Got it? So the correct option is y equals x plus 4. Got it? This is the correct option, y equals x plus 4. Got it? Okay, the next one is complete the table and write the equation of the relationship shown in the graph. Okay, you have to find the value of x equals 4. Just match x equals 4 to y-axis. Okay, here it is. That means when x equals 4, y equals 7. That means here you have 7. Got it? Now let's just find the relationship between x and y values. X values are 4, 12, 15, and 17. Just look at the y values. 4 plus what number makes 7? 4 plus 3 makes 7. Got it? Then here you have 12. 12 plus what number makes 15? 12 plus 3 makes 15. Got it? Then here you have 15. 15 plus what number makes 18? That is 3. Got it? Then you have x is 17. 17 plus 3 makes 20. That means for each value of y, you have to add 3 to each value of x. It would be y equals x plus 3. Got it? So second option is the correct one. Got it? That is y equals x plus 3. Okay, the next one is complete the table and write the equation for the relationship shown in the graph. Okay, so you have to look for the value of when x equals 1, you have to look at the y value. So when x equals 1, y is 3. That means when x equals 1, y equals 3. Got it? Okay, now you have to find the equation. Let's just look what is the relationship between the value. X is 1, 2, 4 and 11. You have to look for the y value. 1 plus what number makes 3? 1 plus 2 makes 3. Then 2 plus 2 makes 4. Then 4 plus 2 makes 6. Then 11 plus 2 makes 13. Got it? That means for each value of y you have to add 2 to x value. Got it? So it would be y equals x plus 2. Got it? So y equals x plus 2 is the correct option. Here you have y equals x plus 2. Got it? Just select the correct option and then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is complete a table and write the equation of for the relationship shown in the graph. Okay, when x is 12, you have to find out the value of y. Here it is x is 12. Just match x equals 12 to the just match it to the y-axis. So that means when x equals 12, y equals 15. Got it? Okay, now just look at the relationship between these values. Okay, 0 plus what number is 3? 0 plus 3 equals 3. Got it? Then 1 plus 3 equals 4. This is the x value. Then 3 plus 3 equals 6. And then 12 plus 3 equals 15. That means for each value of y, you have to add 3 to x values. Got it? So it would be y equals x plus 3. Got it? The correct option is y equals x plus 3. The second option is the correct option. Got it? Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. It is y equals x plus 3. Okay, the next one is complete the table and write the equation for the relationship shown in the graph. Okay, you have to look for the value when x equals 4. Here you have x equals 4. So just match the value to y-axis. So when x equals 4, y equals 9. Got it? Okay, now just look at the relationship between x and y values. So x is 2, 4, 7 and 8. 2 plus what number is 7? 2 plus 5 is 7. Then 4 plus 5 is 9. Then 7 plus 5 is 12. Then 8 plus 5 is 13. That means for each value of y, you have to add 5 to x value. So it would be y equals x plus 5. Got it? The correct option is y equals x plus 5. Got it? Second option is the correct one. Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, let's just start with the final test of chapter. You can complete the test by yourself later today. So if you need more help with the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Got it? Let's start with the next one, that is the final test of the chapter. Okay, the next one is okay. Sen, a food blogger, receive payment from an advertiser each month. The more site visitors he has, the more he earns. B equals the number of visitors seen receives, and M equals the amount of money seen earns. So you have to look which of the variable is independent and which is dependent. Got it? So here you have the more site visitors he has, the more he earns. That means the site visitors are independent. Site visitor V is independent and M is dependent. Got it? So the second option is the correct option because the more site visitors he has, the more he earns. So option number 2 is the correct one. B is independent variable and M is the dependent variable. Got it? So the second one is B is independent and M is dependent. Okay, is 8 1 a solution of the equation? X is 8, Y is 1. Let's just see. 1 equals 7 times 8 because Y is 1. 1 equals 7 times 8 is 56. No, they are not equal. Got it? That means this isn't the solution of the equation. The correct option is no. Got it? Okay. This graph shows how the number of required. This graph shows how the time required to ring up a customer is related to the number of items being purchased. If it takes 50 seconds to ring up a customer, how many items are being purchased? Okay, here is the time. 50 it is. Just match it to the x-axis. So when you match it to the x-axis, it would be 20. That means if it takes 50 seconds to ring up a customer, 20 items are being purchased. Got it? The correct option is 20. Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, does 0 plus 9 make the equation true? So x is 0, y is 9. Got it? Just replace the values in the equation. Y is 9, x is 0 plus 9. 9 equal 9. They are equal. Got it? That means yes, 0, 9 is the solution of the equation. Got it? So the correct option is yes. Okay, this equation shows how the amount Wayne earns from dog walking depend on the number of hours he worked. D equals 10h. The variable h represents the number of hours spent walking dogs, and the variable D represents the amount of money earned. After a total of 2 hours of working dogs, how much money will Wayne have earned? So the time dog walking is 2 hours. Got it? H equals to, just replace the value to at 10 times 2. Got it? So 10 times 2 is 20. So the correct option is 20. Got it? Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Dan is making frosting for some cupcakes he baked earlier. The amount of frosting needed depends on how many cupcakes there are. F equals the amount of frosting needed and C equals the number of cupcakes. Which of the variable is independent, which is dependent? Okay. The amount of frosting needed depends on how many cupcakes there are. Got it? That means this is the independent. The amount of frosting is independent. So F is independent and C is dependent. Got it? So the correct option is the second one. F is independent and C is dependent because cupcakes are dependent on the amount of frosting. Got it? Got it. The second option is the correct one. Yes, C is independent and F is dependent. Okay, the amount of frosting needed depends on how many cupcakes. So cupcakes are independent and frosting is dependent. Got it? Okay, the next one is this equation describes the relationship y equals x. Complete a table and select the graph. Okay, when x equals 3. So x equals 3, just replace the value. 3 minus 3, 3 minus 3 is 0. That means when x equals 3, y equals 0. Got it? Okay, when x equals 6, just replace the value with 6. So it would be 6. Replace the x with 6. So it would be 6 minus 3 is 3. That means when x is 3, y is 3. Okay, let's see which option is the correct one. X is 3 and Y is 0. This isn't the correct option. Got it? Just look at the second one. When X is 0, when X is 3, Y is 0. Got it? When X is 4, Y is 1. The second option is the correct one. You can match those values on the graph, on the table. When X is 5, Y is 2. And when X is 6, Y is 3. So the second option is the correct option. Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, graph the function y equals 4x minus 28. You have to graph the function. Okay, let's just put the values of different values of x and calculate the values of y. I'm going to put x equals 7. So it would be 4 times 7 minus 28. 4 times 7 is 28. So 28 minus 28 is 0. That means when x is 7, y is 0. When x equals 8, 4 times 8 minus 28. 4 times 8 is 32. 32 minus 28 is 4. So it would be 8 and 4. Just match when x equals 7, y has a different value. This isn't the solution. Got it? Just look at the other one. That is the solution actually. When x is 7, y is 0. When x is 8, y is 4. So this graph is the solution of the equation. Got it? So the correct option is the second one. Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, use the equation m equals a minus 1 to find the value of m when a equals 2. So replace the a with the value. A is 2. So it would be 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. Got it? So the correct option is 1. Got it? Okay, is 6, 7 a solution of the equation? The first order value is x and the second is y. So 6 equals 7? No, this is not the solution. So the correct option is no. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. So we are working on grade 7 maths, and the chapter we are working on is two variable equations, and the lessons we have covered today are graph a two variable equation, interpret a graph word problems, write an equation from a graph using a table, and we just did the final test of the chapter. So if you have any question, any confusion, you can ask. I'm here to answer all your questions. Please write down the question in the chat box if you have any. Okay, that's all for today. Please make sure before the next session you have to complete all the test questions for the lessons we did today. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Got it? Okay, thank you. Please click on the like button right below the video. Thank you. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.